Hello everyone, thank you for stopping by my channel. Today I'm going to make an ephemera book, and I'll probably start it and then I'll turn it off and then I'll do more, because it is a little time consuming, but it's not hard to do. It looks complicated, but it's not. So to start off, you need a hard book cover. You could make, your own spine and all that, but this part doesn't really matter how big this is. It's just this part that you want to be whatever you want it to be, whatever size you want it to be. So you could use I don't have another hardback in front of me, but you could use, a smaller book. But as we go along, you'll see maybe why you'd run a bigger book. So the first thing we're going to do is take this book and we're going to cut out, well, hold on, did I misplace my, I don't think this is a very good one. I'll have to maybe change and grab another one. Okay, so I think most of you know how to get the covers off of your, get the spine out, because that's really all you have to do. Just get your spine off. And if it's not glued to the back of the spine, the book isn't, that's easier to get. So, these books you can get all over. I mean, they don't have to be anything in particular. They don't have to be something that I don't even know what this one is. Oh, this is like houses, decorating. But yeah, you can get another one I'll show you in a minute. I used a cookbook. Okay, let me just get rid of that. And so now we're going to get this part cut away, the spine, and use a mat or something that's gonna, oh, that was easy, that will protect your surface here. Oop, just slide it down. Now, I found that these make good spines for your future projects. So keep these hard ones, because, you can use those in your other journals. Okay, so let's see. I want to get this a little bit closer. Got off a little bit. It doesn't have to be that neat, but you want it to be the hard part of the book to be on the edge. Okay. Some books are going to be a little different. Some books are going to be harder to get apart, some easier. Okay, so any little thing that's hanging out you don't want, just get rid of that. All right, so now you're going to need 6 pieces of heavy, either cardstock or, oh, let me show you here, a cereal box. Oops. Here's a cereal box. Of course, you're going to need it big enough to cover this size. And this is a back of a notepad, a sketchbook or something. So these are the measurements that you're going to want to go by. And let's see, really, hold on a second. Really, you would want to go by the page, the size of a page, your page, whatever that came out of your book. So this one's 8.5 by 11. So that's pretty perfect. That's a 8.5 by 11 piece of card. Okay, so that's what size that we're going to need. Yeah, did I measure? Hold on a second. Yeah, wait. seems like I had to cut it down a little bit. It's more like 8 1/4. Let me measure from the edge of the paper. And that's not quite, I would do it 8, whatever your book size is, I would do it maybe just a little bit larger and then trim it. Okay. So now these we're going to have to cover because they're ugly. And so also you can use cereal box, or I had some cardstock. I think it's 65-pound weight, and I used this. I bought it to print my journal cards and stuff, but it's too flimsy. So all I did was I took 2 of these and glued them together to make one solid piece. Let's see if I have one that I haven't already started working on. Yeah, here's one. See, so I just glued them together, and it'll be fine. All right, so that is what you can do to make your pages. You're going to need 6. Okay, so the next thing to do is to cover, and scrapbook paper works good. I'll show you the first one I covered. This one here, scrapbook paper's the cover. Okay, and then the back. So you're going to cover the front of the book and the back of the book. And you want these edges to be your nice rounded edges, and these edges to be the ones that aren't so great. Okay? So I'm just going to do one, and then I'll stop and finish cutting these out. Now you don't have to worry. Let's see, what side do I want of this? This book, I bought this book at a yard sale or something, and it's a huge book, so it had a lot of good paper, and it was old newspaper clippings, but there was so much bad stuff that I didn't want to put it on anything like the wars and assassinations and all that kind of stuff. All right, so let's see. If you haven't covered a book before, you just need to leave, maybe 1 inch or 1/2 inch around. I think that would even be better. Okay, so I'm just going to mark this just about. I don't even know if this will fit in my cutter, but hopefully. And then if you have a One Direction paper, make sure when you glue it onto your book, the back, that you've got it on the right. Go in the right direction, I mean, if you have a directional paper. I'm just going to fake this out and just cut it down a little bit. Just so I don't have so much on the extras on the sides. Okay, so let's see here. This is the part that's going to go to the inside of the book over here. So I'm going to put it over here, and then this paper is going to go on the top. So let me just turn it over like that. Get this glued down. I guess I'll use, I don't remember what I glued it down with. Maybe Fabric Tech. You could, maybe it was glue stick. I don't think it matters too much. Just something to keep it from moving until you get the sides glued up. Okay, so I think I have that right already. And this is going, hold on. I just got to double check. This one is going, let's do this one. This should be, that's what I'm doing wrong is I'm trying to get, okay, we want the front side of the book down on the paper. Is that right? I hope so. If it's not, oh well. As long as it's this part that's showing front up, the inside of the book. Okay. So now I'm just going to clip these corners a little here. Maybe needed to clip them a little more, I don't know. Just so they're mitered a little. Okay, and then I'll take, I think I'll put it over here. That way I know I've got it all glued. This is going to have something on top of it anyway, so it doesn't really matter. And I just kind of go along the edge there and get it nice and close to the edge. And then I do the other side. I hope this works. I have made so many pieces. I'm gonna bend this first a little bit. If your corners don't match up perfectly, just take your thumbnail and kind of do this little thing right here. Just take your thumb and pinch it right down. I have made so many ephemera books and things to store my stuff in, and nothing works. I still have to go rummaging through. And I'm talking about doing videos too, you know, because you're not, if you're not making videos, obviously, you don't have to rush to do anything. You know, just take your sweet time. It's nice because, well, that one doesn't want to work very good. That you could do that, because then if you want to rummage through for an hour and a half to find the card that you know you had, but you can't find it in the box, or a piece of ephemera, I'm trying to get that stuck in there. I'm trying to hurry too. So, but it'll be fine. Okay, so that's all there is to it. And then this is covered. And it's upside down. That's okay. You know, you really can't tell which edge is what, but if you do it, try and have the rounded edges to the outside. It doesn't matter. As long as this is face up, this part, then it would matter because you would have covered the wrong thing. All right, so I'm going to put you on pause, and then I'll be back. I'll cover the other side, then I'll come back and go from there, okay? Okay, I'm back. All right, so I have these covered, the front and the back, and these are going to be your inside panel here, okay? So now what we need to do, we don't need those at the moment. So you're going to have your 6 pages, so you can count 6 pages, whatever size your book is. And I've already measured my book, so I know that it's going to fit in this book. What I did was, on my 6 pages, I did an X for the first page, the front, and then I turned it over and did an X on that page, okay? So just the reason I did that is because this X page is going to be glued down here, okay? And this X page in between here is going to be glued down to this side. And see, it'll cover it. These are too big. I'm just using paper for an example. Okay? So that is how you're going to glue them down, and everything else goes in between those two. But I'll show you how to assemble it. But you just don't want to put pockets on this side because it's going to be glued down. So you don't want to waste doing pockets on this side. All right? So let me show you here. Okay, so then, now there's 2 different ways to do this. Let me show you. on this particular one, I used cardstock, okay? I watched this video, Lee Cafe Crafts. She made one and she used, you know, leftover file folders and that kind of thing. You can also use file folder for your pages. That would be good. Or those, even those, the green hanging things, pull those out and use those. Depends on what color you want it to be. I wanted to leave my background neutral, but you could use colored pages. You could use heavy scrapbook paper, I guess. Maybe if you glued two together, it would be strong enough. But it just depends, because I felt like if I put something busy on the background, like, you know, busy like this, then I'm not going to be able to see my flowers or whatever I put in the book. Okay. So I did that, and then I just put some little pieces of collaged on the fronts of them. I thought, you know, I could write in here, like if these were all my porch prints, for instance, then I could put that down there and I would know these flowers come from her collection of flowers. And then when I went to close this book, these kind of lifted, and it doesn't really matter if they get, you know, a little bent, because we always glue them down, so it won't matter. But I don't know what I did with the piece of paper that I had. Oh, so then I have this acetate sheet, and I haven't figured out exactly how to do this, but even just to paper clip it, like even just a plain paper, but you want to be able to see through it. So that's why I use the acetate, but that keeps it from flipping over. Okay. So let's get back to this one. So what I did is I cut vellum. I changed my mind. I didn't want to use, well, I will finish this one. I might finish it in vellum though. I wanted to see what was inside my pockets. Okay. So let me put something in there, for instance. Okay. So here's a journal card or a pocket or whatever. And I want to see inside there. Actually, like, let me see, I do have one that's got some stuff in it. Where is it? Okay, like this one here. I made this page up, this section up here shorter, because I wasn't going to put this kind of stuff in, but what I'm going to do with this particular book is whatever journal I'm working on, before I start working on the journal, I'm going to go through all my cards and all my tags and all my little labels and tickets that I think would go with this particular journal, so that I don't have to get my box out, like this one's tickets. I mean, I will have to probably, because I don't know exactly what I'm going to want, because I love this system. I just stack these lunch meat trays up, and they're sitting right here in front of me. So all my tickets are in there. And because I used to have them in a journal, I used to have them in here. And see, what happened was I glued them down. Actually, this is all turned kind of a yellow color. Glued them all down. They weren't, you know, it just wasn't practical. So I took everything out of them. And then I couldn't get inside of them. And that was the part I didn't like. I'd have to get a pair of tweezers to get inside there. So this is what I did to eliminate the tweezers. I put washi tape. This is my homemade washi tape across the top of this. Okay. And so what I have is this washi here. All right, let me see. Okay, so this side has got the X, so I don't want to put anything on that side. So let me find one that needs it. I thought I had one, but I guess not. Oh yeah, that's got the X. Can't use that. Ones with, you know, you have two that have X, so you don't want to put anything on that. Then I cut my papers These are not the right ones. Those are for something different. I cut my papers, my vellum. You don't have to use vellum. If you don't want to see through the pocket, you don't have to use vellum. I didn't want to use vellum because that is the part that's so hard to get in. And then I decided, well, if I put washi on the tops, that'll kind of give them a little bit of stability and keep them from laying down so flat onto, you know, the page. So what I cut was 2 inches, 2.5 inch, and I believe 3. Let me check. I think the largest was 3. And then that left me with, at the end of that 8.5 by 11, it left me a pocket of 3.5. So I'll put these on the next page, the leftovers. Okay, so that was 2 inches, 2.5 inches, and 3. And I had made one with a much larger pocket. I don't know if it's this one, but the things went so far down that it was hard to get them out. So I have another option for bigger items, I think. Okay, so let's just, let me do these. And then I can stop the video. I can finish putting these on. So what I did was I laid this here, and let me get a piece of washi. I just kind of stuck that down so it wouldn't move, so that I could move this. This is 1 inch wide. This is the homemade washi. So I'm just gonna cut it a little bit longer. I didn't like making it because I didn't feel like making washi tape, but I didn't have anything that I liked. And besides that, you know, you don't want to waste all your washi. And this is double stick tape. And I tell you, you know, it is going to stick, and it sticks to this vellum. And washi is not that reliable for sticking. Okay, so you can see these dots along this line. I'm just going to, that is a 1/2 inch. Just going to stick this down, lift it up, turn it over, and fold it over the top. Don't let it, well, I kind of let it stick before it's supposed to. Okay, it's okay. All right. Then if you find out when you ripped your washi or whatever, it's too short, just turn it around, because this one does cover. And then trim off this edge and this edge. Now, Patricia, she did hers totally different than this. So I hope this works. All right. So you can lay these out. Let me put the tape on the rest of them, because I can't really lay them out until I know I can't glue or anything. Is it the, yeah, that's the 2.5. This should be a 2. Yeah. Okay, let me put another strip of washi. I may have to connect some together here. I can't tell you how many pockets you need, because everybody's book is going to be different. You might, if you have a small book, you might only be able to fit 2 pockets on each page. But that's good for, you know, things. Oops, I gotta stick that down. You know, for smaller things that you want to store. I guess it doesn't matter. I stamped on this just to give it a little extra look. Too bad they don't make clear vellum, or if they do, I don't know about it. I mean, we can get acetate, but clear acetate. I don't know about vellum. I don't know why that's not sitting on the line right. It's weird. It's okay though. But it gives it nice strength to the edge there. Okay, now we need a 3 or 3.5, whichever you have available. Let's see, do I have enough of these to go? Where's that other one I had? I thought I had another one. I lose so many things. I just, oh, it's over here. Yeah, it'll barely fit. Just want to use them up. I just use a pen to score the back because it's too hard to find the right spot. Oh my gosh. One, is that, maybe that's not a half, yeah, that should be a 1/2 inch on those dots. Do we know? So hope everybody's doing well. I want to get organized. I know it's not the first of the year, but I want to get organized by the first of the year at least. Trying to. So I'm hoping I can find more videos and that will help to get organized. And organized for forever, because I get organized and then it just kind of all falls apart anyway. This might too. I don't know. I'm just going to ink it a little bit, because once I get it laid down, I can't get in there with the ink. Okay. All right. So now we're going to take our page. This one I put at the very bottom of the page. Okay. And then I put, kind of center these up somewhat. You can make them as tall as you want. So if you know what you're going to do with them, let's say you know you're going to put, let's see, the one he did had his Tim Holtz in it. So if you're lady, this is the tall, you don't want her sticking out the book. So, but she'd probably be fine here, because see, she'll be sitting, excuse me, drinking coffee, it's making me burp. She'll be sitting there, but if you have your small little ones, you can set them up in there. This could probably even be shorter. It could be 1.5 inches instead of 2. How cute is that? I love it. Because you go digging through this, you can't see the people. You can't see any of it. I don't know that I'll make a whole one of these for just Tim Holtz, because I don't use Tim Holtz people that much. I don't know why. I just never, maybe because I never see them. They're in my drawer. All right, I'm going to put a little dab of glue on this corner, a little dab on this corner, and I'm going to go down the bottom. And we don't need to go up the sides. You'll see later why. So I'm just going to set this down. And this one's like a little short of what I cut, but it doesn't matter. Okay, and then the next row that you want it straight. So I'm going to use this ruler to give me a straight edge. And let me just put a tick mark there and a tick mark there. Okay. got hot after today. It's been overcast, and now I can feel the heat's coming in. I kind of turn my air off. Because I'll waste it if I don't need to. My air conditioning is based on, or my electric is based on my yearly usage. Come on, don't be like that. Why is it not coming off? I guess I use pencil. Can't really use heat on vellum, it would melt it. All right, so this one I'm gonna put here. I'm looking for a pencil. Okay, let me get some line that's straight. Actually, I could just put a line there and a line here. Forgot what I was talking about now. Oh yeah, I glued that down at the bottom. That's another thing too. This, you know, glue, the vellum gets kind of wrinkly. So what you can do is, and for extra support, because I don't know if this glue will last on the bottom of these with the just vellum. So what I would do is put washi down there. Oh my gosh. It's a good thing this doesn't have to be pretty. Okay. So there we go. There's a page. So all of our stuff should fit in this little page. And we got one there, and you can put something there, and then this is too tall, so you can put shorter things up in there. All right. So now on this side, I'm going to show you what I decided to do was, in the case of this one, these are huge. I don't know when I'll use them, but you know, I cut them out and I want to keep them, and they're huge, so they wouldn't fit in any pocket. So what I did, I just made a side pocket, and this one I just made out of leftover paper from the book itself. So that's what I'm going to do here. Whoops. With this vellum, I'm going to run it along the edge of this book, of this page. Let me just make sure this is right. Yeah, I think it's correct. All right, so let me put some of this on. Maybe it's because I didn't trim the papers off good enough. I don't know. It doesn't matter, because you can turn it the other way and can't see through the vellum that way. I mean, it depends on what you're using, I guess. Might be able to see. Oh. So Mary got her journal, the giveaway. I sent it like the next day, and it didn't come, but that we have a real issue here at the Atlanta airport. Not Atlanta airport. Atlanta, we have an issue with that too, but the post office. When it goes through the Atlanta to wherever it's going to go, it has to go through Atlanta. And oh my gosh, it's just, and I sent it priority. And so it just makes you think, like, they just don't care. And I can put a claim in, but to be honest with you, priority is not necessarily that much more than sending it first class, or because I couldn't send it first class because it was over £1. So, but priority is not really that expensive. And I ship through a company called pirate.com. I think it's pirate.com. And they're cheaper than the post office is. And you can print your labels out if you have a printer. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue this. I don't need to glue this part because you'll see why. So I'm just going to glue, I need to glue these edges on this one. It's going a long ways. Okay. Just put it on the edge like that. Okay. And I'm going to do 2 on this page. So I forgot to ink that up. I was just thinking maybe I should stop, get the rest of these pages done, because I think you can see that when I'm doing. So I thought, well, I'll just put a couple of these longer ones. Let me do this other half and then you'll see. So that if you have anything big, you know, you can put it in sideways. I don't know, that one's just not going to come off, so this is very sticky. But you can make your own washi tape with it. I have a video on that, so I think it's in my playlist. It should say making washi tape. I think there's a lot of people that have done it, videos on it too, because I watched a video on how to do it. Can't quite remember who it was now. I wish I could remember everybody, but it's just hard. And then all the people that subscribed recently, I don't know, it's going to take me a while to learn all their names, to get to know who they are. Okay, so I'm just going to take this one, and this one we have to glue all the way around. Yeah, I didn't do 2 of them in the other one, so I wasn't really aware of that. But we're going to glue it all the way around. And I think I am going to put washi tape down at the bottom, because glue some washi, because I don't think this vellum, the last time I did it, every time I try to put something in the pocket, the vellum would pull loose. How am I going to get this one straight? Where's my little ruler? Let's see. Go about, no, not that far. About here. Okay. I don't like the way it wrinkles. All right, so I'm going to pause it, and then I'm going to come back when I get all these done, and then we'll show you the next step. All right. Okay, I'm back, and so hopefully everything I've done so far makes sense, and you can be able to make this. Don't do it until you watch the whole video, because I could still mess it up. Okay. So here is our first page, and that has the X on it, which is going to be glued to this back of the book right here. Okay, and since you covered it all, you know, the little edges are going to look great. All right, let me move these other pages out of here. I don't need them. So depending on what side, you know, your book, where you want your book, like this has a, you have to read it that way. So yeah, I've got to put the book in this direction. All right, and now the next thing, I've done all the pockets, and I showed you how to do that. You need to make sure all your pockets are going the right direction. So you don't want to get your pages put together and your pockets are upside down. So make sure all pockets are going straight up. And then this is the next page, more pockets. I've left these overnight to dry. This is the next day, and so a lot of that wrinkly went away down at the bottom where I glued it, so that's good. I'm not used to gluing vellum. Here's another pocket. Oop, that one didn't stick, but that's okay. And another pocket, because we're going to attach these, so it won't matter. Okay, then we have the side pockets here, and then I have some more of these. Then I did like a belly band, because I thought I don't have a great big journal, or even a whole page like this. So let's say you're going to make a book. I mean, you're going to make a pocket or an envelope or something, and you want this to be in that particular journal. So you can just throw some pages in here and you know, have it ready so that you won't forget, you know, what you're planning to put in that journal, because that's what I do. And I have this big pile of stuff, and as I was just taking it out of here, I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot I made that. I want to put that in my journal. So, you know, these things you're going to be able to see. I don't know. That's my theory, but I hope it works for everyone if you decide you want to do this. Then this is the last page, because that was that giant pocket. And again, I probably could put something like this in this giant pocket, see, if I wanted. Something could go in there, all right? But each time, you know, now you're watching me, so you may not put a pocket this large either, but I didn't know, and I'm thinking, oh, I want a big pocket. And I knew I wanted a small pocket, but didn't know about the big one. Anyway, so then we're back to the back side where there's an X and there's nothing on it. All right. So I'm going to turn it over, set it to the side. We're going to need tape. She used the clear packing tape. I don't think you need to use, well, I don't know, maybe you do. But if you don't have clear packing tape like this, almost everybody has it somewhere in the house. I don't know. When I do this, we'll see what it looks like. I ordered some of that brown craft tape, but I didn't get it yet. And I was going to try that, but because it's 2 inches also. This is 2 inches. Okay. So anyway, so this is probably the most difficult part, I think, as far as getting it all put together. So I've got my mat here. You need something for you to lay these out. Okay. So now I'm going to put this one here, because this is going to glue down. This is the back. We're working from, well, it doesn't matter. Working from front to back, it doesn't matter, as long as you have X's on both sides, okay? And they're not upside down. All right, so I'm gonna set this one up here, and I'm going to set it on one of my lines, like that. And then this one is the next page. So I wanna make sure that these are all going, yeah, see, that's not the same direction. Make sure everything is going the same direction. And let me think, if we put everything going the same direction, when we glue it in here, because mine's directional, if you're not directional, maybe you shouldn't use directional cover, because then you could turn it if you needed to. Okay, we'll see. I may not have it going the right direction. Okay, so anyway, then you're going to line this up on your line, and you're going to leave about a 1/16 of an inch between your pages, because you need it so you can fold it. It won't fold if it's butt up to each other. Okay, and I just put a little piece of washi there to stabilize it. I probably should put some on this end too. We only have to do this, the first one. I don't know why I'm using this great washi that I like, my fall washi. But then I have Tim Holtz washi. Okay, everybody, here's this and here's that. And this is gonna go half an inch. Oh, wait a minute. I know what I did wrong. I lied. Okay. This is going to, I'm sorry, sit this right on the line. I think this is why you need clear tape. Now we're going to put half of it on this side, okay? So here I have a 1/2 inch right there at that dot. Oh. This doesn't want to roll out very good. All right, 1/2 inch dot here. I'm sorry if my head's in the way. And a half, stop. I didn't have trouble like this when I was doing it all alone. All right, 1/2 inch. I guess I'm just pulling on it too much. Let's go this way like that. All right. All righty. I'm gonna lift this up. Turn it over. Lay it down. Need to put the washi on there yet. I don't even know if I do need washi now that I think about it. All right, so we're going to lay this down here. And the next pocket is going to go on. Now, see, this is the difference between what she did and what I'm doing, because she didn't have any pockets on yet. She put her pockets on after. But I wanted to hold this vellum down better. Okay, so that's going to go to the back. Those pockets are going upright. So now we're going to lay this down. I'm just rechecking. Okay, pockets are. Okay. So your tape is on the upside. Pockets are on going up, and then you lay this down. Like a 1/16 of an inch, and lining up the two ends. I don't know why that one's a little longer. I don't think it matters though. Might be more than 1/16 of an inch. Okay. Really, you guys, it's not this hard. Okay. All right, now we're going to take another piece and just put it over that so that it's strong. I should have put that at 1 inch, and I put it at a 1/2. Okay, so it's going to fold like that. All right, so now we have our X up here. We're going to add to this page. So pockets. I'm sorry, this way. Okay. I know you need to watch Patricia's bloopers, because this is exactly some of the things that would happen. Okay. Yeah. You just sort of have to visualize it in your own head, what you're doing. I think the main thing is that all the pockets need to go forward, and then you have that X on one side and X on the other side. Okay, so these pockets are going this direction. It's this flipping it all over every time. That's the hard part. Oh, don't get lost. Oh, there. All right, I was supposed to go an inch and not ½ inch. And that will close off this end of these pockets, but I still think I have plenty of room, I hope. All right, lift this up, flip it over, and just make sure the next piece has pockets going the same direction. Okay. Oop. And you put something up here to hold your paper. I hope this is all in camera too. Okay, pockets going up. All right, so now we're gonna lay this down. I think I stood up for this one last time. I don't know why that other end is kind of too long. Hold on a second. My glasses that are hanging on my neck are in the way. All right, there we go. Fold that over and that over, and then put another piece here. Little wrinkle. Oh, there we go. This is gonna make those side pockets nice and secure. Okay, so now these pockets are going up. Checking. Okay. And this is going to be 1 inch up here and 1 inch here. Put this on. The pockets going all the right direction still. Now this one, I'm not sure about the pockets, but I'm pretty sure that I want, because yeah, I made sure that these pockets were going up so that this was going the right direction. I don't know though, that's I'm thinking the tape, hopefully the tape is not going to cover that. If it does, then it just isn't the way it's supposed to be. This is, you know, I didn't make another one to check this all out first. You know, I wouldn't do that. Oops. Another piece right here. Of course, I'm working with vellum and clear tape with my eyes the way they are. That's kind of not good. All right. Okay. Now, that's my X piece. So pockets are going this direction. Yeah, they should all be going the right direction as long as I check that. Okay. I guess it doesn't matter. And you may not need this wide of a tape. I don't think packing tape though comes, pockets are going up, so I want the pockets up on this. Inch. Let's see where that last tape was. The last one I did wasn't quite this bulky because hold on a second, because I didn't have all the pockets in it, so it wasn't heavy. Okay, so pockets are going this way, this way, and our X is on the back. I can hear somebody saying right now, that's not the way it goes. I hope nobody's saying that, because I hope this is the way it goes. Maybe it would be better to put your pockets on after. So, all right, so the pockets are going this direction. And then this will be the last page with the X, so we should be okay. We're having another storm again today. I think tomorrow is finally gonna be okay. Oh, I'm over my time. My gosh, why does everything take so long? Pulled that out way too much. I want to put all this in one video. So maybe it'll work. Maybe if I go over an hour, I could still. All right, so now we'll take a bone folder and maybe do a little piecing. Okie dokie. So now we have this page, oops, this page, this page, this one. That page is pretty tight. Yeah. this one, and the back one. Now this side is not going to have any tape because it doesn't get attached with tape. So I wonder, it just makes me nervous where there's no, it's just the glue. Let me see. I'm going to go way over time, you guys. Yeah. All right, I'm just going to leave it on this one. All right. So this gets glued onto here because everything's going up the right way. So I'm going to take that because we're almost done. So, maybe in the next video, I'll show you how I sorted everything out. So we're going to cover the book cover with fabric tack or whatever you want that's strong enough. I meant to do this, fill this up before I started this video, but didn't. Okay, so the best thing to do, I think, is to try and do it this way and lay it down. Like, check the corners. You want a little bit of book all the way around showing. Okay, my glue is, whoops, my wipes are, I don't know, on the floor maybe. Tissue, Fabric Tech and I do not get along. Okay, so that is the front. And this is the back. Sorry for being quiet. So now that you've seen how I did it, you can go over to Patricia's channel at Lee Cafe Crafts. And she is so much fun to watch also. So now I'm just going to make sure my book lines up this time. See? So the book is not going crooked. Okay. And then, you know, to make sure that this is real secure, you would probably put a heavy book on this and, you know, let it dry overnight, I guess. But I'm going to try to open it without hurting it. Okay, so we have this page and this page. And I think these will lay down better once they're flattened out more. And then the pockets here. Now, I'm finding that maybe I should have put the vellum on after. I just was so afraid that they weren't going to hold. But we could always, you know, cover with washi or something. But that's just a thought. Okay, so we have this page, this page. We have this page and this page. We have this page and this page, which is the back page. Then we have this, and then it's like the never-ending, okay, make sure I thought that was a page. The never-ending ephemera book. Yeah, see that? I don't know if the deal with that? I don't know, maybe it just takes time to get flattened up. It's like I have too much room in here, so I wonder, I think I might have put this, so I can get it off without, I'll just leave it. But what I think I did was, this is going in a little farther than it should have. So that's making it bow a little bit, but it'll probably just lay down. Anyway, back to where we were. This is the back of the book. And then we've got more pockets now, all through here on this side. And then if you have stuff in your pockets, you can open your book like this and look at all your stuff. Okay? Or you can open it this side and look through all your stuff at one time. Yep. So that is it. I'm going to have to put something on here and make it dry. And then tomorrow I will, you could decorate this if you wanted to, but I'm going to, these are the book that I picked to use. Where'd your other one go? Oh, the books that I picked were tall, and, you know, kind of skinny books, because you can't really use them anyway. The spines are, you know, too skinny, but these are going to sit right up here in my work shelf, I hope. All right, I'm going to let you go because I've run out of time. So I will see you in the next video, and thanks for watching. Bye.